What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video I will show you the latest news directly related to our story. I have to say that for now we have quite controversial news from the metamaterial standpoint. Then I will show you an update in regards to the podcast that just happened several hours ago, and where Johnny Tobacco gave his opinion on this situation. And at the end of this video I will share some details from FINRA standpoint, and they published another quite interesting update that potentially might be also quite interesting for MTLP community. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. It is the easiest way how we can push this case forward, and you know what I mean, just hit the like button. So, let's start with the press release that MetaMaterials just published several hours ago. And it says, MetaMaterials announces proposed SEC settlement. And let me quote you this. As previously disclosed, MetaMaterials has been the subject of investigation by the Securities and Exchange Commission with respect to, among other things, the merger involving Torchlight Energy Resources and MetaMaterial Incorporated. In connection with investigation, the company announced in an Form 8K filed on July 25, 2023, that the company and two individuals, Mr. Burda and Mr. Palkaras, received wealth notices. And guys, if you don't know what does it mean, let me show you that a well notice is a letter sent by a securities regulator to a prospective respondent notifying him of the substance of charges that the regulator intends to bring against the respondent, and affording the respondent with the opportunity to submit a written statement to the ultimate decision maker. And guys, this means it is just a fact that there is some kind of investigation in regards to John Burda, George Palikaras and MetaMaterials. And we don't know basically what is the reason of this investigation. And for now, MetaMaterials did this. The company recently made an offer of settlement to the staff of the SEC's Division of Enforcement to resolve the matter as to the company. The proposed SEC settlement is subject to approval by the SEC commissioners. The company cannot predict whether or when the proposed SEC settlement will be approved. If the commissioners approve the proposed SEC statement, the Commission will enter a cease and desist order in connection with certain anti-fraud reporting books and records and internal accounting control provisions of the securities laws. Under the terms of the proposed SEC settlement, the company would neither admit nor deny the findings in the order, and this is quite an interesting statement. If approved, in connection with the proposed SEC statement, the company will pay a civil money penalty in an amount of $1 million in 4 installments over the period of 1 year, pursuant to an agreed-upon payment plan. The company, its board of directors, and its management team believe the proposed SEC statement is in the best interests of our shareholders. If approved by the commissioners, it would remove uncertainty related to the investigation and allow the company to move forward in achieving its business objectives. So, it is quite interesting document, and I have to say that it is definitely not the best document, because with this settlement, potentially we will not know the real reason what was this investigation about, and why MetaMaterials made the offer of settlement. And let me show you what other community members think about it. Sensei wrote this: "What in the world is this hot piece of garbage? Who is admitting guilt? Is the well-notice impeding courtroom litigation? Will this open FOIAs? Are we so close in steamroller that Meta doesn't want the info to get out? Only $1 million? What the hell?" And he also added this 2 hours ago: "It's clearly we need to wait for more info, but what a whopper to drop." And I completely agree, we basically have more question marks than the answers on these questions. And let me show you that Richard, from his point of view and from his mind-boggling experience, will comment on this letter and on this statement, and he wrote this. I will go to attach a comment to an Alpine video, and he will publish this video, I think, within next several hours. Wait for his updates, and I highly suggest you to follow his Twitter account and to subscribe to his YouTube channel, Not Legal Advice, KNOT, and you will be able to watch this video by yourself and make your own conclusion. So, let's go forward. Johnny Tobacco and Dennis Kneale made this interview, and I have to say that this podcast, you can find the link on this podcast, you can find in a lot of places on Dennis Kneale Twitter account, and here is its web page. It is about 1 hour long podcast, and I have to say that Johnny Tobacco disclosed quite interesting details, and their conversation is quite interesting because they raised a bit different questions that a lot of MMTLP community used to see. And one of them is this. Let me quote you this tweet that was written by Johnny. This Kochkodin kid from Forbes, and he explains, and he basically pays our attention to the fact that huge magazine like Forbes has made several articles in order to push the MMTLP case down. And why in the world they are so interested in this tiny company, tiny in the grand schema thing, with the price of their stock at roughly at less than $3. And they made 2 or 3 articles, I guess, in order to push this case down. And I think it is quite interesting detail that no one pays our attention to. So, let me show you another quite interesting detail from FINRA. FINRA 9 hours ago published this tweet. We have seen a recent significant spike in investor compliance resulting from recommendations made by fraudulent investment groups, promoted through social media channels. Learn more about these bad actors posing as registered investment advisors. And J.R. Ewing wrote, Investor alert, FINRA isn't here to help. They are here to steal your money and shield criminals. And he also added this, said another way, retail investors have spiked their compliance against our criminal behavior to Congress. So we need to shift blame and mask our own illegal activities. And it is 100% correct. I think J.R. Ewing is 100% correct, because if you read this statement that was made by FINRA just several hours ago on January 11, you can see that, for example, as with other broker imposter scams, the bad actors might falsely portray themselves as registered professionals in some recent cases, fraudulently claiming affiliation with the well-known public figures and other in the investment industry, people who are not involved in the scheme. And guys, it is interesting, but when the more I read this document, the more similarities I find with Gary Gensler. And yes, I think it is quite interesting, but the main imposter is Gary Gensler, according to this article. Prove me wrong, but it is just my opinion, and I think that's all information that I want to provide you. And if you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. So, see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in